Okay, so we're here in the wilds of voobly. I often play mostly on HD, but I ventured onto voobly in such games. So I just thought I'd take you through a game that I had earlier on today. It was a random Civs game. I am the Byzantines. My opponent is the Britons, which is an interesting matchup. I'd normally prefer to be the Byzantines in this situation. Sorry, the Britons, because I've got the ability of the longbows. Byzantines obviously have their cheap skirmishers to counter that. But either way, I just prefer the Britons in these sort of situations. So as you can see, we're going in on the start here. I'm sending my scout to his base to attack his houses. For some particular reason, he hasn't done the same with his, but that's fine. It means that I can get advanced movements on his base. So he's gone for a barrack star, a castle. I've disrupted him quite a lot there. Oh, he's gone for champions. So he's going champions opening against Byzantines, which is a risky one. I don't know what he's expecting me to have gone with there, but nevertheless, there we go. So I'm sending in my paladins into his base, picking off his villagers. You see on the fog wall there, it's limited. He's trying to get his castles up. I'm doing everything I can to stop. Starting to get expensive for me there. I'm not picking them up. Sending out the remaining paladins there to pin on his gold, to try and pick up any stray villagers that get over there. I've given up on my rush now. I'm allowing him to build from there. Taking a forward base. Maybe I should be more threatening here and stick it on that castle and review. See what the pop is at. I'm at 52. He's at 41. Should really be pushing him there, to be honest. He hasn't particularly expended that. Played a few with random Civ though. Fairly decent player. He didn't like me using the market for some reason, which please correct me in the stream if I'm breaking etiquette rules there on voobly, but in HD it's considered fine. Just taking the time here to set up my echo, I think. If you look at my view, I've obviously gone to have some crisps or something. Doing nothing there at all. Allowing him to build up there, covering his flanks there to try and minimise his expansion. I think I've used too many paladins there in retrospect. I shouldn't have lain so many down, but he has come with the champions, which is interesting. At this stage I'm happy to be expanding my economy. Doesn't have much interest in moving in on me there. As you can see, I can just see out the corner of my screen that he's starting to mass. Just trying to flank him. very well with the rams at all. Should really be following them up with these boys here. Putting pressure on his castles. Instead I'm probably focusing on my economy mainly. Yeah. What that does do is it does give you, if you survive the pushback, pretty much guaranteed control. Got fairly good map control here. Raiding quite well from the sides. He's not mining any gold at all. The way I see it at this moment in time is a matter of time. Well, I'm very low on gold here, despite having used the market. He is, well, he's looking very strong there in terms of his resources. He can really push out on me now. If you watch, you'll see that's exactly what happens. I've wasted quite a lot of my paladins there, although I have gained control of the map from it. Really just pinning him here in an attempt to equalise the situation. Quite a lot of units to be building here. Because he's trying to expand his economy and I'm not letting him do it. Taking profit over here. Ram's doing that. So he's now pumped out in the tree. Absolutely refusing him to units. One of the things playing on HD is it's typically 300 pop, and one of the things that I was running into is my balancing of how my villages, my economy and the military. In a lot of these situations I'll be maxing out my population farming and I have no units left. So it takes a bit of adjustment. It's changing. I use the old school ones. Pretty old myself. You see I pinned him in here. But my economy is really not kicked in at all. There's quite a few unoccupied farms there which I could be doing better. On the gold, I haven't got that one there. But I am flanking him here, not allowing him to take these. So he's only just started mining now, which is very late. Forward 10 seconds. Doesn't bode well for the future. However, okay, he's spending a bit of his gold now. Pushing quite well there against me. Right, not very much doing at the moment. Trying to hold back as many minutes as possible. I'm trying to take out some of his ricochets here. Over here. So I can see that I'm losing here, to be quite frank. He's really pushing me forward. I'm not exactly sure how I managed to waste all those resources there, but it's punishing me for it. So what I've decided to do is to make some pretty serious flanking movements here if I can get in at the back of his base. If you look at this time, the fog of war is, you know, great view on this side over here. It's giving me something else to think about to sort of play forward. Doing the Stalingrad approach here, retreating as much as possible to try and drag his men through so I can take them out onto my rams. My mighty skirmishers. Not looking good for me at the moment. I'm probably about to start making holidays. Trying to push him back. Amazingly, he's persisting with champions against the Byzantines, but I'm really not going to be able to take advantage of it with these cataphracts here where I should be. So I've got my castle up over here on the flanks. Immediately looking to into his base and he's firing arrows at my range. To be honest with you, if he'd pushed on here, he could have taken the game, set those trebs up, and he was out. targets earlier. We're causing some real issues here on the base. I'm just sort of starting to get my economy rolling. Starting to come in. How's he looking? Well, he's definitely struggling. Taking great pains to make sure everything here is taken. Fairly reasonable army here. If he pushes this forward, he could really do me some damage, but he's allowing me to regroup. It's a bit of a godsend. Shortly I'll be attacking him on this side, I think. Oh, that's another thing as well. I managed to pick up 2 relics. In a previous game, it was the Britain's War. I was building along, having a good old ding-dong fight, and then I realised that I forgot to take any relics, which was pretty amateur of me. So he's setting up here now for his assault on my main base. So he's set his trebs up, put his champs in, obviously to protect his trebs there. One of my favourite things that not a lot of people seem to know is that rams are particularly useful at clearing siege units, trebs, scorpions specifically, when they're only being backed up by archers. So I think what I do here is I try and push my rams out. The thing with rams is that they behave like 3-year-olds. I mention this a lot. Here's me trying to attack the trebuchet with the ram. Rams are like a figure skating movement thing going on there. I'm not really sure what that is. As you can see, that's my objective. Eventually I'll start to do some damage. I managed to knock his trebs out, which buys me a second of time. At this point, I'm just about starting to group up the back of his base here. He's not really much of an economy to speak of at this stage, to be honest. So that's obviously going to cause him issues later on in the game. Yeah, nothing great there, to be honest. Unfortunately, he did have me on the ropes there, but he's decided to retreat, allow me to exchange skirmisher fire against his longbows, which is not ideal for longbowmen. At this point, I'm in on his base. His army all the way over here. He doesn't seem to have a great deal of resources to defend against me. It's a matter of time now. One of my first games on voobly, I was the Teuton, which is my least favourite civilization by a long way. He gives the Aztecs. And I built a bombard tower out of panic to defend my base during the rush. Flamed me for about half an hour. The easiest thing he'd ever seen in his life, which I thought was quite funny. Quite possibly deserved it at the time. Anyway, that was just an interesting game to show how, when you're under pressure, sometimes changing the focus point of the attack can buy you that time and give you that chance to get the victory you need. Anyway, thanks.